I actually can't believe that they've done this. Icebox is coming back into the map pool. Okay, I'm not that mad about that as long as they make some changes to it. But to replace Haven, the greatest map of our generation. Tell me, why have they taken out Haven? Why have they done this to my boy?
I don't know. It's like it was one of the oldest maps without any changes, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the oldest map. It's the oldest map with no changes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Bind was also in the game at the exact same time, and that's barely had any changes. They like tweaked some of the
took it out though.
Yeah. Okay. Ascent.
most
Middle
recent
Low,
changes
for
were
almost the
pretty
same amount.
serious.
I feel like Bind has changed a lot since.
Yeah, but I don't
Ascent
agree with the logic of like
change.
it's old, so you got to take it out and change it though.
Sure.
Because I agree. I mean, it had to have been Ascent. Well,
The way
what's Ascent still doing in there?
The way they think about this is like, okay, well, let's think about the gimmicks and like the 3-site maps and and that's like how they're like, we need Sunset and Split to be in the map pool because they're kind of similar, and then we need this one, and we can't have three map sites. Like that's how they think about it. And
Is that really it?
I
100%.
think so. Because
Why would they take out? There's literally no reason to take out Haven over Ascent in this situation.
Well,
Other
Ascent came
than
out
the
later.
map site.
No, but I
Exactly.
mean, yes, but I feel like Ascent, there's no other map that plays exactly, or at least similarly macro to it, whereas I feel like you can look at the pool, and if you're thinking about it a certain way, you can see that, like, Lotus and Haven fill the same niche, so why would we repeat that when we could have a map with a different gimmick? Because, yeah, Icebox macro is very different than those two other maps. That is
Yes,
true.
because there's no mid. Yes, because they've designed a site where you can't use mid on either attack or defense.
They're making changes to it, though.
Are they going to redesign? Okay, every other
They
time
made
that we've
changes
talked
like
about-
3 times, and they never fixed any of the issues with the map.
All right,
like,
you want to know what I want? You want to know what
map.
I want added? I don't know. Icebox was that's my home territory in ranked. I'm actually really excited for selfish reasons. I'm looking forward to playing that map again in ranked. In pro play, less so. And I'm also not excited to see Haven gone, because that was one of my favorite maps to watch in pro play. But
Haven was the most interesting map to watch recently with the amount of fucking Viper that was going on in the map. The Viper Omen, the Viper Harbor.
A lot
People
of
were still
different
playing the
meta.
regular stuff. Like, it was very diverse. Right now, it's the second time I feel like they've done that. Like, Breeze leaving the season right as Harbor came out, when people were running a bunch of Harbor, and it was finally going to get a new shakeup. And Haven as well here, I think it's the same type of thing. They keep messing with it right when the meta gets interesting.
I wasn't upset at Breeze getting taken out.
No, of course not. But like, when you think about, especially when I think a lot of people were like, oh, Breeze is stale. It's like that map was just getting like somewhat interesting in terms of the meta developing because of Harbor, and then just removed it. And compare that, because Icebox was still in the fucking pool, which wasn't getting any fucking changes at all in the meta back then, even though it did with Harbor. It was still based on the same map. That you just send that one away, and they didn't. And I feel like they make the wrong decision every time when it's about which map should I remove. Every time.
Yeah. I feel like for me, my just biggest worry is that whatever changes they make to Icebox, if they do, because again, like we mentioned earlier, they've already made 2 big change cycles, hasn't really fixed the greater issues of mid just being useless and also the meta just being kind of stagnant on the map. If it still is in kind of a stagnant place, and then we have both that and Ascent in the pool, I feel like there is room for just pure bedging. But on the other hand, I also think that Icebox can be fun to watch in pro play. Like, watching Fnatic when they were like the best team at Icebox was always a joy, because they had a very good understanding of the map. And well, there's a lot of simple concepts. It kind of forces you to focus more on execution, which I feel like is kind of also what Ascent does, which then goes back to the same idea of, if their big thing is we want every map to have its own niche, we can't have 2-3 site maps where the macro is a lot around extremity control, then why are we having 2 maps that kind of fill the same thing? I'm really just kind of hoping everything on that the changes will significantly shake up how people play Icebox.
Okay, well, now that we've solved all of the problems and illustrated what our concerns as well, I want to go on to what I think was just the final